just loaded with pods. Look at them. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Border View Farms. We've got a busy week ahead of us. First of all, I did have a pretty good weekend. Hold on. Had my boys. My wife was gone for the weekend, and my parents were gone for the weekend, and so it was just me and them. Nobody to watch them, really, which was fine, but limited my ability to get any work done around here. So, I did yesterday afternoon start up the irrigation. We're heading up there right now to make the next run. When we get back, I've got a bunch of cleaning up to do for my field day tomorrow down at my seed warehouse, so we're going to work on that today. We are going to try and keep that ripper moving. We got another 72 acres that needs done, and then we're going to get it unhooked because Dad needs the tractor for his scrapers. And then the other thing is the other tractor that Jack was running with that 512 ripper on it, we're going to get that one unhooked and hook up our field cultivator to it so that we can start working down some of this ground that we're going to get these cover crops planted into. Lots going on this week. It's going to be busy. We're going to be jumping all over the place, I think, but hopefully we can get a fair amount done here and keep things moving. So let's go do the irrigation first. Ah, that's kind of cool. See the steam and fogging coming off of the wet trail there. Water must have just shut off because it's still dripping. We're about 4 feet short. All right, I'm pulling the gun out here. This lane here was the last lane that got watered before the 2 rains ago. So like last Friday, today's Monday, so not this past Friday, but the one before that, we had around 1 inch of rain up here, 8/10 at the farm. And so the irrigation was shut down basically where I started it up yesterday at that time. The week before that, we had run pretty hard trying to get ahead or get most of the field covered. Well, this was the run that had been done before we started that. So that would have been July 27th, I looked it up, was when we last watered this particular run. So it has been a while, but this corn still looks really good, and in fact the ground is still damp on top, which is a good thing. So apparently the 2 inches-ish of rain we've had since then has really kept things going. We appear to have horse prints. I think somebody's been riding their horse out here. Well, I'm in the ripper tractor. I was making some adjustments and stuff around the farm, or when it was back at the farm before we head to the next field, so I wanted to come down and test it in this field that we finished up on Friday, and everything seems to be working much better. Well, I shouldn't say much better, because it was working fine on Thursday there, but I was having some trouble with the closing disc frames themselves and the adjustment, and they weren't staying level. And I kept getting an error message that they were not synced. So I was going through stuff and testing electrical and testing hydraulics and trying to figure out which one of them it was. Turns out it was a blown fuse. Yeah, computers will do that to you. Free change basically, or fix, because I had fuses, but everything seems to be working fine now. Plus on my basket, I wasn't able to get that to go up above like 225 last week, and now when I hit this button here and pump it up to 500, it adjusts right up, puts more pressure on that closing basket. So it is now working exactly like it's supposed to. Yeah, we can adjust up. All right, good deal. So I'm just making a round on these ends, and then I'm gonna go back. Dad's waiting for me at the end down there, and he's gonna run this today. Okay, well, off he goes to the next field that we've got to do. There's 72 acres. We'll get that done today, and then we're actually going to drop the ripper like I said earlier. So but we got to get this one done. Phil's working with the field cultivator. I'm going to go check that out real quick, see how he's doing. All right, I just wanted to see how good of a job our field cultivator's doing here and whether or not we're gonna have to hit it twice or if once is gonna be enough. Hard to tell right here on the ends, so I'm gonna walk down there to where he's actually working out in the field and just take a look at it. Well, just looking at it from here, he's only got one pass done. This is not gonna be smooth enough to just plant. So the goal here, right, so what we're doing is, this was wheat stubble, we ripped it, now we're gonna work it down. We are gonna plant a cover crop in here, but the idea is that once we plant this cover crop, it's gonna be oats and radishes that will winter kill, is that we can just come in and plant it in the spring and not have to field cultivate it again then. We did a little bit of that this year, but the lesson that I learned was you have to get it fit down like you're gonna plant corn into it, or it won't be smooth enough in the spring. So, right now, we've got to make sure that this is like we were going to plant it in the spring and plant corn, and these clods are too big. They're not horribly too big, and they will mellow out over the winter and with rain and snow and freezing and stuff, but it's not going to be smooth enough. So I think, we'll see what the next pass looks like, but I think what we're going to end up doing is fitting it down now, waiting until we get a rain, however long that may be. There's a chance on Friday, but it may be longer than that. And then come out here and seed our cover and then work it again. And for seeding the cover, I intend to just put it in a spreader and broadcast it on top instead of using our drills. And if we can get some rain on this, it'll help break these clods up a little bit, and then we can spread it. And once we can work it again real shallow, only go in 1.5 inches, 2 inches deep, it'll stir that seed in the ground and it will help level it off some more, so that we should be able to just plant it in the spring. That's the goal. We'll see if it works. I don't know what he's doing down there. He just stopped. I walked down here a little farther. This is good. If we could get it all to look like this, we wouldn't have to work it again, but it doesn't all look like this. So it's like he's making a second pass over it. We'll see how it looks after that. Yeah, that packer really breaks them up. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, but I'd still like to wait for the rain before we hit it the second time, because it'll help mellow stuff out and break down the clods a little bit more. Plus, we don't have any moisture left in our ground to speak of to germinate a cover crop anyway, so it's pointless to plant it until it rains. Just pointless. Okay, we'll let him work. Let's go clean up my barn for a field day. I'm loading the gator up. You can see it through the window there. Junk pallets and some stuff, and I wanted to take this cardboard that I had underneath my treater, so I put my treater outside, and I'm gonna clean up those pumps and that keg, get that out of here, and take all this cardboard that's stained and try and grab the beans that are on it without losing them. Get this area cleaned up a little bit. Well, I couldn't get my trash barrel in that gator load, but I got the rest of the trash out of here. We're getting there. I've got a load stuff to take back to the farm there. Those leftover bean chemicals, they can't be frozen, so we'll take them back to the shop and store them in there where it's heated. And yeah, then we just got to finish sweeping the floor. I had Anna sweep for me the other day, last weekend, Saturday maybe, I don't know, Friday. She did a really good job just where that stuff was sitting. We need to clean that up a little bit yet. I got some drinks for tomorrow, way more than we need, but you never know who's gonna show up or what. So plus it's all stuff that I'll drink later. What else? Yeah, finish cleaning the floor, tidy up that area a little bit. Oh, probably gonna work on this treater this afternoon. So it is noon. I am gonna go back, take this stuff back to the farm and then go get something to eat. And then I think this afternoon we'll load that up and take it back to the farm and power wash and clean and flush some lines and just do a little maintenance to it so that it's ready to go for wheat. Okay, I am back. I'm getting stuff set up here to do a little power washing. Got the treater brought down here. I'm getting stuff set up. So I'm going to use this power washer. This is our gas powered cold water. And I set up out here by where we load the sprayer because it has containment for the chemical and the rinse water and stuff. Keep all you environmentalists happy. No, just because it's the right thing to do. I'm trying to catch the rinse water so we can capture it and then go spread it out on the field or something, rather than just letting it run down the surface through the waterway right into the drainage. So there shouldn't be a ton of actual chemical on here. It's this residual stuff like this. Inside this atomizer chamber, there's some stuff that's kind of flaking off because it's dried. So that's the kind of stuff we're trying to clean up. Might rinse these tanks out just a little bit that are empty, but try and get some of that stuff that's built up in there off. I don't think I'll be able to get anything really out of the hoses. I don't anticipate it anyway. So, but that's the goal here. Quick clean up and rinse. I'm gonna get all the heavy stuff off while we're containing the water here. If I get down to the end, I might take it out in front of the shop where there's the hot water. If there's not really any residual left, just to give it that last little bit with some hot water. But we'll see how this goes. Okay, we are just about to the point where it's clean. Look at this. Nice. I got the auger area all cleaned out. Oh, missed the spot. I'll try and get that yet. I did clean off these tanks a little bit. The stuff does not want to come out of the inside. I was able to flake some off, but it's pretty secured onto the sides there. So no big deal on that. I'll see if I can get that auger box there just a little bit better, but I'm about done here. I am still going to pull it around the front of the shop with the forklift just to give her a once more. I want to try and get some of this staining that's on there. I think the hot water may do a little bit better job and actually get some of that stuff. And then once I get it off here, I'm going to power wash this concrete all off down into the pit. I am glad I did it over the pit because that water down there, it's a little red. A little more red on that end than it is on this end. Hasn't migrated down here yet. But yeah, definitely a good thing I caught that instead of just letting it run off. So, all right, good deal. So I'm not sure the hot water helped as much as I hoped it would, but it's clean. Clean enough anyway. So I'm gonna go back and clean up the concrete there, or did most of the power washing. There, that hasn't been that clean in a long time. Okay, I'm gonna put this one away, power washer, and I'm gonna unhook this hose and hook it up to our water tanks because we need a little bit of water for doing that little bit of spraying that we've got to do. As for our contaminated water down there, that's gonna sit there for a while. We're gonna let it settle out, and I don't have time to clean it out today anyway, but we'll pull all those covers off, clean all the dirt and stuff out of there, pump the water into a tank, and go spread it in the field. Okay, I'm gonna load my trailer up, take it back down there, finish cleaning up. I also gotta get set up, some tables and chairs, figure out what I'm gonna do for a computer to be able to live stream this field day tomorrow. So that's my plan here. Okay, back down here. I'm gonna get that set back up right where it was for wheat, but I want to sweep the floor up first. We'll have to put some new cardboard down, and then we'll get it set into position. I don't need quite as much in the back there. I don't need any of my chemical pumps because all my wheat chemicals are, there's only one, and it's in 2.5 gallon jugs, so I don't need any pumps or kegs or anything like that. So yeah, sweep up and organize. I gotta clean off this table too. We are making some progress here. Got my table cleaned up. I even think this computer's gonna work to do my video, or my meeting live stream. So I gotta get an HDMI cable and a computer, or a TV setup down here to make it a bigger screen, but that's my plan. It's just to plug into that, have a TV screen set up here somewhere on a table, set up a couple of tables out here with some chairs. I really don't think I'm gonna have more than 5 people here to watch it, so I'm not going anything too extravagant. Yeah, charging the forklift. I would like to put that sign out yet somewhere, and I've got a little more cleaning up to do over there. My sweeper died, so I'm letting it charge. What else? That's getting to be about it. We've about got her set up what I need. I am planning on running and getting some donuts in the morning for this, since it's a morning meeting. And I bought some drinks there, which I did get orange juice and apple juice and stuff you would have for breakfast normally. But here's the thing, I don't drink coffee. I drink Dr. Pepper. So I got some of that, but I gotta figure out how to get some coffee or have somebody make me some, or learn how to make it. Something, because I'm sure that if people do come, they're gonna want coffee. It's not my thing. We'll figure it out. Check it out. This ought to work. All ready to go. And yeah, I will probably, I think my plan for tomorrow is, well, I guess it depends on how many people I have. If I only have one row of tables, I can leave it set right there. If I need to, I'll put a pallet on the forklift and I'll just raise it up and set the TV on the pallet so it's a little bit higher so people can see better. But yeah, once again, my expectations for this are very low. I struggle to get people to come to a field day on a normal year, and this year I think it would be even worse. That's why I'm doing it this way with just, you know, inviting people to come watch this virtual one in person and then walk through the plots. And I also opened it up to just whenever you want to come throughout the day, feel free. So it's a little bit more flexible, and if I have more than 5 different growers show up, I will be thrilled. I don't even think I'll get that. So it's fine. It's no big deal. I don't have much into this other than the day of cleaning that needed to happen anyway. So it's fine. But anyway, it is 4:15. We got to get ready to go move that Traveler again. I need to take fuel up, so I'm going to go hook the fuel trailer up and get that loaded up, and we'll head up to the field. Okay, see those beans across the road? See how they're turning yellow? I'm pretty sure that's the beginning stages of them maturing. Senescence? I think it's called senescence. That means they're getting ripe, which means I would say we're 4 weeks from harvest on that field. Today's the 24th of August. That would put us somewhere around the 18th and 20th of September. Which isn't terribly early, but it's a little early. And it may not take 4 weeks, especially with it being 90 degrees and sunny this week, and we're being super dry. So I think we're going to start seeing a lot of that within the next week, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not a good thing because it's plenty early, and it's caused from the dry weather right now more than anything. Not so much that they're just mature, and so it's probably not a great sign for yields. What I'm trying to say. Well, we still got plenty of water. Running clear now. So this river usually turns pretty brown and muddy when we get some rain, and then after a while it clears up and runs clear. It's fairly it's spring fed where it starts, I think, and that's why it's nice, good, clean water. We're pumping our fuel in. We got just, I don't know, 10 minutes or something left on the timer here. Traveler's running. Phil's still out here working. Okay, I'm back at the farm. I managed to kill an hour in the house talking to my mom, which is fine. But it's getting late on me now. It's about 7 o'clock. I want to go down and finish sweeping up a little bit. Set up a couple of tables tonight because I'm not going to have much time in the morning. The problem with starting stuff at 8 o'clock. Doesn't give me time to do anything. So I'm gonna go down there and do that and then head home shortly. Just taking a quick walk through the plot to look at stuff one more time before tomorrow morning, see if there's anything that I need to know. It's a shame that I had so much water and animal damage on this end right by the, you know, the yard here where we're looking at stuff, because some of it's not real pretty. You walk out in there 50 feet or more in some spots, and it looks great, and it's completely different corn. But yield data is not going to be great on this one. At least the hybrids are there to get a feel for what they look like and the plant characteristics and stuff. We'll be able to see something. So just gonna browse through the beans here real quick. These are my real early planted ones. Just loaded with pods. Look at them. Awesome. That is just unbelievable that these worked as well as they did. They didn't get very tall. I don't know if that's because they don't have much competition with rows next to them or if it's planting date, but boy, those pods are stacked on there really nice. I might have to try it. If we can get in the fields in March, I might have to try it. All right, well, I think this is as good as it's going to get for tonight. I got stuff swept up there. Got a couple tables up. I'm being real optimistic. We set up 6 chairs. And got a table there to put donuts on, coffee in the morning. Drinks are all in the fridge. We should be good to go. All right, let's get stuff closed up, head home. So for tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly how filming is going to go. I am planning on making a video. It just may be different than what you guys are used to. My current thought is that at some point I'm going to be going through that plot and talking about individual hybrids, varieties, all of that kind of stuff. And some of you may like to hear what I've got to say on those. Some of you probably don't care at all, but that's okay. So I think Anna's going to come down, and I might have her just film me going through all that, and that may be most of the video is kind of my plot tour stuff for the day. But we'll see what else is going on, see how many people we get. I have no idea. Tomorrow's all completely up in the air, which is totally fine. Like I said, I don't have a lot invested into doing this, just a little bit of cleaning that needed done anyway. It's a good thing to do. So hopefully we'll get a few guys. It's not the end of the world if we don't. But yeah. We'll see how it goes. So have a great night. Be sure and check back for tomorrow's video, and hit that like and subscribe buttons for me if you would, please. If you have any questions and comments, leave them down below. I will be sure and answer them or address them in a future video. I got to move the Traveler tonight at 11 o'clock, 11:15, 11. And then the next one's a short one. It's going to be 4 or 5 in the morning probably when I have to do the next one, which is fine because it'll work out before I need to get up to get stuff around for here. So going to be a short night and busy day tomorrow. But have a great night. Have a great night. That's what I meant to say. We'll see you tomorrow. Sometimes words are hard for me.